Welcome at Ask the Professor. I'm really welcome you all, and I really appreciate that you also are very active in the forum and questions and help each other with nice cases and tell about all the facts you know and you have questions on. Therefore, this Ask the Professor is really the right spot when you would like to know something more about the topic as you did today, and I will answer that, of course. But I think every time, please put it on the forum when you have ideas and have exchanges with each other. That helps a lot, because you all over the world are coming and joining this course, so I'm very proud, and also I like to help you to give answers. So let's start. The first question was about what about when you have swampy or very unstable underground, your foundation of your construction of the railway. What will happen when you put there piles or poles for the overhead wires? And of course there could be a really swampy or swappy running around, and that will give problems when you look at the 100% straightness of the catenary. Good question, I think. And of course it can give problems when you have really problems with the soil. But the other question is, what can you do about it? And that's really the question you have to ask yourself. When you have these swampy areas with peat or whatever, and the poles are swimming around, you could say, then you need to pile them very well or stabilize it. And that's the first question when you design such a track. You cannot say, I wait and let's see what will happen. Then you don't do a good job as an engineer. So you have to be very careful. What is the history of your foundation, of the underground? What can I do? What can I expect? And of course, do I have to pile these poles for this overhead wire or not? That's the question. Another question was about the development of satellite remote control or remote sensing, you could say. And how can you use this technique, this radar technique by satellite, to use this for the engineer? Of course, you can use it because everything what we reflect on this radar signals, you will receive response. So the top of the railhead, when it is really nice and shiny because of really virgin material you could see, the metal will reflect the radar. But also when you have a highway or a concrete sleeper, that will help as well. So concrete sleepers also reflect. Constructions like bridges, everything what reflects you can read. But it's not that easy. You only have a response of twice a week, like here in Holland. We have only twice a week a satellite coming over, making these pictures, sending out this data for analysis, and only you can steer on the delta, the difference between the next time before. That means also you can go back in time. That was also a part of the question. Can I go back like a videotape? Yes, you can go back. In Holland we can go back till 2006. So all the problems you had in the past, like flushing away over an embankment or other things, you really can see that in this data. Very accurate, in the vertical direction, you have an accuracy of almost 1 millimeter. And that's really, really high, and I didn't expect it, but you really have this. So it's a really precious new technique, but you only have limitations because you need a reflection and you need only a refreshment of data twice a week. That's it. So when you can use this twice a week, this new data, please use it. We did it in Holland, works fine. The last question was about what can we use better, because in related to CO2 footprint. Gravel, so you can pick it out from the soil, or crushed limestone. And you have to transport that limestone because we don't have that in Holland. So we have to go to the north part of Europe and bring it here with a heavy load, a lot of CO2 transport pollution. Good question, of course, but when you have this gravel on the spot, almost for free available, that also have not the right quality we need in the construction of railways. So you have to make a balance. What do you expect when the stability of the gravel is not that high as you can expect from crushed limestones? Yeah, then what do you expect and how do you react on that? So that's also important. And also when you have not that high stability, maybe you have to do other things. So maybe gluing or something, other things to make it more stabilized. So nice question to you all. Please think about it, and how can you make it a break even? Because when you have to replace and to temp more times, there's also CO2 pollution. So there is some equilibrium. Be my guest and make some calculation and put it on the forum so I can read as well. So Let's see. Many thanks for the nice questions. I really see that you are very active on the forums. Please keep on going this. When you have questions or facts or cases you like to discuss with the other colleagues, be my guest and be very active. And I look forward to the next Ask the Professor. And I try to give as much possible feedback as I can. Also, I read the forum, so it's your choice. The more questions you give to me, the more feedback you get. So good luck.